Hello and welcome back to Global Outreach, the podcast where we decode the struggles, rivalries, and shifting alliances that shape our world. I'm Michael, with Emily, and today's episode is about a topic that will define this century more than any war or election: climate geopolitics. Yes, climate isn't just about the weather or the environment, it's about power. Who leads, who follows, who pays, and who benefits in the green economy that's emerging right now? From the US and China battling over solar panels, to Latin America holding the keys to lithium, to Africa demanding climate justice, this is the new Cold War. And it's one that Gen Z can't afford to ignore. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the basics. Climate change has turned into a race for dominance. In the 20th century, nations fought for oil and gas. In the 21st, the battlefield is solar, wind, electric cars, and rare earth minerals. Right now, China produces over 80% of the world's solar panels and controls most of the minerals that go into electric car batteries. That means, if the world wants to go green, it largely depends on Beijing. The United States is trying to catch up with massive green subsidies under the Inflation Reduction Act. Washington is saying, "We're not letting China own the future of clean energy." And Europe? Europe is busy turning regulation into a weapon. With things like carbon border taxes, the EU is basically telling the world, if you want to sell here, you play by our green rules. This is climate as strategy. Whoever leads in green tech won't just save the planet, they'll control the global economy of tomorrow.
But it's not just about panels and wind turbines. It's about resources. Lithium is the new oil. Without it, you can't build electric car batteries. And guess who has the biggest reserves? Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina, the so-called lithium triangle. Suddenly, these countries long seen as resource suppliers for richer nations have bargaining power. They're forming partnerships, exploring the idea of a lithium OPEC, and asking, why should we just sell raw materials? Why not control the whole supply chain? In Africa, countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo sit on massive cobalt reserves, also crucial for batteries. Nations are waking up to the fact that the green economy could make or break their future influence. So here's the shift. Energy politics is no longer about pipelines and oil rigs. It's about mines, tech, and who can secure them first.
Now, here's where geopolitics meets morality: climate justice. The global South, Africa, South Asia, Latin America, is saying loud and clear, we didn't create this crisis, but we're suffering the worst consequences. Floods in Pakistan, droughts in Kenya, heat waves across India. These aren't abstract risks. They're lived realities. And at every major climate summit, leaders from these regions push for loss and damage funds. Translation: the wealthy nations who caused the problem should pay up. This demand is reshaping global negotiations. It's no longer about charity, it's about accountability. And slowly, the West is realizing that if they don't step up, they lose influence. Because China is already stepping in, building solar farms and infrastructure in Africa and Asia, filling the gap the West leaves behind. So climate justice isn't just about fairness, it's about leverage. It's about whose side the developing world will stand on in the decades to come.
Put all this together, and what do you get? A new Cold War. But instead of nuclear missiles, the weapons are green tech, regulations, and resources. The US and China are in a head-to-head race. China says, we build faster, cheaper, and at scale. America says, we innovate and lead through investment. Europe says, we set the rules, and everyone has to follow them. And the global South? They're no longer just bystanders. They're power brokers. Whoever wins their trust, whether it's through climate finance, investment, or technology transfer, will shape the balance of global power. The climate fight has gone geopolitical, and it's rewriting the rules of international relations.
So here's the takeaway. Climate change is not just science, not just policy, not just activism. It's the new currency of power. Nations are racing for green dominance. Resources like lithium and cobalt are the new oil, and the global South is demanding and getting a louder voice. This is the age of climate geopolitics. And for Gen Z, it matters more than anything, because it's our generation that will inherit the consequences of who wins and who loses this race. Here's my question for you. Do you think the race for climate dominance will bring the world together or push it further apart? That's it for today's Global Outreach. We are Candlelight Media, reminding you, the future isn't just about saving the planet, it's about who controls it. Stay global, stay sharp, and we'll see you next Monday.